started going through my divorce, I never thought I was going to be a whole person again. And I never thought that I was going to be healed. There was just so much anger, and there was so much hurt, and there was so much disappointment that consumes you so much. You just can't picture yourself ever being happy, ever feeling good, ever enjoying life again.
The night he called and said he wasn't coming home, I was in shock. I was just devastated. I couldn't sleep. I cried all night. I was just totally broken. I had been married 33 years. It was a total nightmare. How could this be happening to me? Why is this happening to me?
While I was going through, I think, the worst part of the divorce process, I really did feel like it was the end, that was it. There were no second chances, and I didn't deserve one because I failed.
That's a hard part about the divorce, because you're going through a true grieving process. And the grieving process is one which, you go through all the stages: sorrow, anger, everything else. And everybody's in a different state.
Certain situations or certain music or who knows what, somebody that looks like him from behind that I'm not expecting can throw me into a tizzy, and I think, oh, I'm hurting so bad, I can't stand it. Why did this have to happen?
And everybody kept saying, it takes 2 years, it takes 2 years, give it 2 years. And I'm just like, I can't get through the next 6 months. Don't talk to me about 2 years from now. I think that in looking back, getting healed, and I don't think I'm totally healed yet. I don't think I ever will be. There will be a spot in my heart that's always dark because of what happened. But I think in order to get there, you have to get past that anger and that hurt and that disappointment. And time does heal that. It does go away.
Just breathe. Breathe in and out. Don't look at it as one day at a time. That's way too big at that time in your life when things are painful. 1 second at a time, 1 minute at a time. And then there'll be 5 minutes will go by, then an hour, then a day. And so I still do that if I'm feeling anxious or if things aren't really going well. Just breathe.
Prayer, spiritual direction, and being kind to yourself. When you have bad days, and oh man, I still do, going into 5 years. But I know that this feeling will pass a lot quicker if I don't block it.
It's okay to be sad, it's okay to be angry. It's okay to feel just any feeling you have, it's all right. So it's important for you to just feel the feelings and allow yourself, be gentle to yourself, allow yourself to go through this, because it's gonna be okay.
One of the things I found is very important when we talk about any kind of grieving is also the prayer life of the individual and also reconciliation, because a lot of the anger requires some form of reconciliation, and the reconciliation is what brings you back closer to God.
I guess you could say I was blessed having very supportive family, friends, and even my kids, and that really helped a lot, more than any therapist or any other outsider could. These people were willing to help, and I learned that if they offered you help, to accept it.
I am a firm believer that nobody ought to go through a divorce without counseling, that you need to find a trusted counselor, someone who has your same values that you can go to, and then you need to find either that same person or someone else that your children can go to. I sort of think if you know someone else, a second person, the children need to be able to go so that they don't have to worry for 1 second about hurting mom's or dad's feelings. They can just have somebody they can talk to.
It has been a journey, let me put it that way, for all of us. And one thing I learned that is, if you yourself are positive and want to move on with your life, then they seem to follow suit and do the same. And that's what I see in my family particularly, that everybody seems to be back on track now. And it didn't happen right away, but I'm very happy to say that it does seem to be heading that direction. And everybody seems to be moving on with their lives.
I didn't think I would ever be in a Mass without crying. And I can tell you 6 years later, I sing in a fabulous choir with joy in every Mass now. So, you know, that is healing illustrated.
Just be good to yourself and understand that you're doing the best you can, and it works. It's worked for me every time.
I'm at a place in my life that I thought I would never be. I see how God has worked in my life. I had concerns about issues about jobs and, you know, supporting myself and how I was going to manage. And God has just blessed me in so many ways. He's given me a wonderful job that I got through word of mouth through the church. A friend told me about someone was looking for a job, and it's exactly what I want to do. I'm so happy. My son is still with me, and he's happy. He's in college. He's doing well. And I feel like I want to pass that message on, that don't ever give up hope. Don't ever stop trusting in God, because He'll be there for you.